Hi everyone, welcome to GGGaming Gone Mad, episode 8. Going to be another great show ahead of us. We've got big rugby coming up this weekend. The Rugby Championship concludes. Unfortunately, the Springboks cannot catch New Zealand, but what a great mark they could make ahead of the World Cup if they could beat the All Blacks at Loftus on Saturday. And here to talk to me about the games and some of the other sport on the weekend, and no doubt he's going to have a few things up his sleeve. It's Gary Lentin. Gary, how are you?
Yeah, very good. How are you doing, Brent?
Yeah, good, man. You're at Empress Palace at the moment for your poker tournament, are you?
Well, I am indeed. We've got the charity and the celebrity event this evening. So we've got huge celebrities here. And obviously, I'm going to talk about that now. The series starts off proper tomorrow with event one, a 6,000 Rand giant stack. But as you and I were talking off air a little bit earlier, we started off on Sunday with a unique 200,000 Rand super high roller. 15 entrants, each paid their 200,000 Rand for a prize pool of 3 million. And yeah, that got things off to a really exciting, pretty knife-edge type of start, but really good.
I'm sure it did. Like I said to you before the show, sorry I didn't get my invite for that one. I've often got 200,000 lying around.
When I saw your withdrawal request coming into GGGaming last week, I thought you were using that as a deposit, but not,
Unfortunately, my withdrawal did come through. It didn't bounce back as bankful like Sean Nicholas's did, eh?
No.
But the boys are having some fun on the comments already. We've got guys guessing Yorkie. They're trying to preempt the question that we might ask today. We had some good fun with the question last week. But, Gary, just to touch on your tournament, first of all, Master Punter, it came to an end. I've got to say it was absolutely exceptional. I mean, when I say I gave up, I was quite happy with the competition. I think I came 4th or 5th, and I took 3,000 to 11,000, so I wasn't complaining. But we had a runaway winner, runaway leader, the Vulture, and he got chased down in the last week. 2 guys finishing over 100,000. I mean, that's incredible punting.
That was incredible. But, Brent, like I said, they both want to come on the show next week. National Spirit and Vulture, which I think will be great. You and I just got to work out how it works with getting more than one person on.
Oh, that's no problem.
Okay, that's excellent. I think that the one thing you and I said that we're going to discuss tonight was the fact that it was a little bit lopsided in favor of the horse punters.
Yeah.
We can back 20-1 shots and they can catch tote and things like that. And the next one, which is going to start 1st of November, I'm going to exclude horse racing from it, Brent. We're going to do it sport only, you know what I'm saying? And what we might do is force people into 2 or 3 different sports. Not every week, but say that you have to have at least, if you have 50 bets on rugby, you have to have at least 20 on soccer, that type of stuff. We're working on all the details now, but I want to give the sports punters a fair crack at it as well.
Oh, I like that. I mean, as a sports punter myself, I really enjoy that. And I think that will level the playing field a bit. And Gary, what's your thinking in terms of the actual, you're going to give guys a chance to deposit over the month, or maybe just say, right, you've got 1 chance to deposit and then you're done?
You're going to give 3 days because people travel and, you know what I mean? The usual story that all the guys that owe me money, they can't find their one-time password and everything. So we're going to give people 72 hours to find their one-time passwords. And yeah, so we're going to do it 1st of November till the 4th of November, close the doors and do it like that.
Excellent. So, Gary, before we get into the show itself, we're going to run another little competition that I'm going to let you explain the rules of it, and it's going to be available to the guys who are watching the show live now. And it's to have a chance, I just want to say to the guys, to have a chance, you've got to be able to comment in the live comment section on YouTube, and we've got a lot of guys commenting there now. But you maybe just run through the rules and what we're going to be giving away tonight.
Were they commenting on my wonderful shirt or my clean-shaven look, my haircut, stuff like that, Brent, or not?
Well, there's nothing there yet, but I've got to say it's the most clean cut I've ever seen you look, Gary. It's impressive.
We need to work on a female audience, you know what I'm saying? Then you'll see the comments come flying in, Okay, so this week's competition, last week everybody said it was a bit easy with my dog Duke. So what we're going to do, I just want to clarify. When I say a drink, literally, it was non-alcoholic. I've shared a soft drink with a guy who's playing rugby on Saturday for South Africa. He's part of the 23. He'll be on the park at some stage. He's part of the 23. I'm not saying whether he's starting on the bench or the main thing. Now, we're going to give a 1,000 Rand voucher to the first person that guesses him. But obviously, somebody could send through 23 guesses and get it right. But you had allowed 1 guess only. When you decide to take that guess, it's up to you. Every couple of minutes, I'll give a hint, right?
Right.
So you can have your guess now. You can shoot your load and have a go and, you know what I mean, say money.
Lovely terminology.
No, I mean, like shoot your bullets. You know what I'm talking about, right? You could go there and say, money kizru and good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? But, or you could wait for the first hint. So we're going to give guys 30 seconds now to see if anybody's a complete chancer and he wants to. And then what we do, every hint we give, I drop the prize bar. Let's drop it by 100 Rand, all right?
Fair enough.
And eventually, at 200 Rand, we'll show a picture of the guy.
Okay.
Okay. I tell you what, at 500, we'll show a picture. So they're going to be 5 hints, and at 500, we'll put up a quick picture of the bloke.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'll keep an eye on the thing. No one's having a go at the 1,000 yet because they don't want to blow all their bullets in one shot.
Right.
So, are you going to start off with a hint before we get chatting? Okay.
For 900 Rand, the hint is he plays in the back line.
He plays in the back line. Okay, that's the first hint we've got. Right, Gary, let's move on to the actual Rugby Championship matches themselves. 2 big games coming up this weekend. As mentioned at the start of the show, of course, the Rugby Championship does belong to New Zealand. South Africa can't beat them to the Rugby Championship. But, gee, it would be massive if they could beat them for the second time in a row. And ahead of next year's World Cup, it would be really huge for Springboks and fans alike. The betting at 12.5 points I see on your site. So New Zealand firm favourites, but do I see a bit of money for South Africa there, 8 to 10?
Well, the money came for South Africa, particularly because I think we forced them into it, Brent. Everybody else came at it. Who they gone for there? I can see somebody's at a dip.
Damien Dialendi, Sean Nicholas. So, Sean, that is wrong. Willie LaRue's wrong. Ruan Fourie. The boys are gambling.
I'm not sure.
You've got punters on here.
If you keep telling them who's wrong, then you don't have to worry about the 5 hints, right? Because eventually there's going to be nobody.
That's true. Okay, I'll shut up.
So my next hint is it's not Damien Dialendi and it's not Willie LaRue. So we're like 800. You're good at this, Brent.
I'm new to this year.
You've got the neck of this one. Right, so now we're playing for 800. All right, so then to go back, so everybody came out at 11.5, and we are quite opinionated on this game at GGGaming. We think that what I said to this guy when we had the soft drink a little bit earlier, I said to him, people don't realise what they go through as Springbok rugby players. We all just turn on the TV set and think that they just arrive on the park and everything, but they get smashed up every day. That's the truth, Brent, and they go out there. And I'm not sure that we give them enough credit. You know what I mean? The truth is, if we got a smack like they got every day at training, we'd end up in intensive care for a week, you know? So good luck to the boys. They're going to face 23 really motivated, pissed off All Blacks on, you're not allowed to say that either, really upset All Blacks on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So forget about a dead rubber and they've won the championship, right? That means nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be 23 wild animals facing the Springboks on Saturday. And this bloke's ready for the challenge. But so we're opinionated. Good luck. South Africa, if they win, we'll be only too happy, but we think that the All Blacks are going to be too strong.
So just to mention the promotion on this game, Gary, I'll go through it again at the end of the show, and we will post it on the Good for the Game website, on your page on the Good for the Game website. But effectively, you're offering even money either side of the 12.5 point handicap here. Now, at the moment, I think you're 8 to 10 even. So maybe if you're back in New Zealand, it's not such a great deal. But if you like South Africa, the 8 to 10, you can get even money. And we'll put it on at the end. You've just got to email david@gggaming.bet. And they'll rectify your bet and take it up so that it's even money.
Correct. Even if you like the All Blacks, you're still better off, right? Because we'll allow you to even money, draw no bet.
Right.
So, no, that doesn't help at 12.
No, with a 12.5, yes.
It doesn't help. But I'm saying at least you guarantee the even money. There is money for them when they shorten, right? Okay, we're going to play for 700 Rand now, Brent.
Yes.
And even if they get it right or wrong, you don't have to say anything now.
I've learned my lesson, Gary.
For 700 Rand, he is a halfback.
He's a halfback. I think that's going to narrow it down quite a bit.
Well, that's going to narrow it down to 4, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm watching the comments here to see if anyone's getting it yet. Nothing coming. Well, Sean Bow in PE, when you said it's a halfback, he went Yaku Creel. I don't think that was the best of selections.
That guy needs to go watch Strictly Come Dancing, right? But no, I mean, okay, that's fine. Okay, so all right, I'm going to now make it for 600 Rand before we show the picture, right, Brent?
Right.
For 600 Rand, at some stage in his career, either currently or previously, he's represented the Lions.
Right. Okay. I think that's going to be a good one. There we go. The guys are coming in there now. So are we going to show the picture now, Gary?
Okay. So for 500,
if no one's got it now, it's $500. Okay.
500 Rand. Here comes a picture.
Here comes a picture. Let me just share the screen here quickly. And there's a picture. And that looks like Flip van der Merwe, the old Springbok rugby player.
Dinkum does look like Flip van der Merwe, a mixture between Flip van der Merwe and Osturant, right?
Yes.
There's Reino the Maino. He's looking, hey, look, I think Reino's trimmed down a bit. He's doing boxing every single day. No, he's looking pretty sharp, Reino. There he is with one of his sponsored players, the Springbok halfback, who's going to come on at halftime. That's the plan after speaking to him. So whoever got it first, if they got it at the 600, great. If not, obviously they're going to collect the 500 now.
Yes, I think we had a winner at the 600 there. I'll double check the show afterwards and just confirm, but I think it was Edward Schlechter, subject to confirmation, got Elton Yankees. And then, yeah, Oracle Rugby came in perhaps a little bit late there. I must tell you, Gary, Oracle's had a bit of bad luck on this show. He's been first out of the draw on your cert bet the last couple of weeks, but he's made errors with his tweets. And certainly just worth knowing for the guys that they must concentrate quite hard when we look at the instructions, because we make subtle changes each week, and we'll probably do the same this week.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that's great. So is the Schlechter that collected the 600?
Yeah, that's him. That's collected. I'm pretty confident of that. So he's got the 600. So well done to him. And let's move on to the other game. It takes place at about 20-1 South African time on Sunday morning, and that's Australia over in Argentina. And I sense there's been a bit of money for the Argentinians here. I haven't checked your site yet, Gary, but I know they're around about the 8 to 10 mark.
Yeah.
And just to mention before you comment on the game that your off-punters an outright bet on this game with a draw, a no bet, so to speak. So they'll get their stake back as a free bet.
Absolutely. Brent, you know, this game, I made up my mind that a while ago that I don't watch rugby in Argentina anymore, you know, until, you know, to me, it just ruins my weekend. As a rule, it ends up a niggly, horrible game. The camera work is disgusting. The commentary is even worse. I'm not saying that. I'm not blaming the commentators, right? I think it's technology. You know what I'm saying? I think
yes, it's not the same. I agree.
You know what I mean? He's running around with a handheld camera. You know what I'm saying? And a commentator sitting somewhere in Venezuela commentating on something that's happening in Argentina. You know, it just, to me, it's like one of those old. Remember those old karate movies when the guy used to go, "Oh, how are you?" You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so I'm not going to be watching this game, I don't think. But it's a pick'em game, isn't it, Brent?
It is. You know, Australia got a good record in Argentina. They won 4 of the 5 rugby championship matches. And they somehow seem to play one of their better games when they play in Argentina. They've also had some big winning margins. But, gee whiz, Argentina have improved. I mean, they didn't give the All Blacks a good game last week, but I think they won the second half. They certainly put them under a bit of pressure there. And, Gary, to your point, it's a game I got up for, and I absolutely found it terrible to watch. In fact, I ended up dozing off halfway through, and it was one of those games I woke up, I'd lost a bit of money on it, and I wished I'd never got up in the first place.
Yeah.
If I have to choose at this point, I do think that Argentina are probably going to beat the Aussies.
Also,
they had to travel over, and I fancy a home win here.
You've got a much better memory than me, Brent. But I mean, if you took the Argentina first half when they played New Zealand in New Zealand, and the second half when they played New Zealand at home, they would have won the match. I think I confused everybody, including myself here. But you know, the fact is, I think they won 2 out of 4 halves, which is bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the truth. And so yeah, I think they're a decent side, and I think that they got. I said from day one, I think the Wallaby side are an unhappy. They're not a team. You know, they got reasonable rugby players there, and they're not putting it on the park, in my opinion. They're not putting it all out there. I don't think they're a team. I don't think they play for Checker anymore. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they're the Man United of championship rugby.
Yeah, not playing for their manager at the moment. I tend to agree with you there. Gary, let's go on to the English Premier League now. We'll talk about Gary's cert, or beat the cert as we call it. And we'll bring up at the end how the guys have to enter. But take us through your certainty, because I've got to say, first and foremost, Gary, I think you're 7 from 7 on the show. You've been in absolute massive form. I mean, the shortest price you've tipped is even money, but you've ranged anywhere from sort of even money to around the 2-1 mark, and you've been absolutely deadly.
And just to go back to the even money, which was last week, right? I tipped West Ham. I took the double
chance.
The double chance, you know what I mean? And West Ham, I think, won it comfortably without any drama whatsoever. So those that have got faith in me, okay, there aren't any. But anybody that was stupid enough to follow me completely and went just for West Ham, they would have got the extra bonus, you know?
Yes.
They won quite comfortably. So yeah, we're 7 for 7. I've never done that in my life, Brent. If I get to 10 out of 10, then I'm just going to turn up tipping completely. Then I'm going to just retire the Floyd Mayweather of tipping. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Talking of, well, not quite Mayweather, but I see McGregor's in action this week. You guys going to carry any betting on that, do you think?
We probably
MMA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he's an absolute certainty. The guy he's fighting doesn't deserve to be in the same ring as him. You know, he won the title that was vacated by McGregor. You know, I thought a lackluster, poor sort of fight. I think Mayweather, not Mayweather, I'm getting so confused. McGregor will give him the harding of his life on the weekend, you know.
Not as confused as the punters trying to follow your tip.
No. I mean, if you can follow my tips right now tonight, you know what I mean? You deserve to get whatever we're paying out on GG Gone Mad.
Excellent. Well, Gary, I must say, looking forward to having the winners of the show on. And from a technological point of view, absolutely no problem at all. You just have to put me in touch with them a couple of days before.
Right.
And I'll make sure they set up. So that'll be something for the guys to look forward to. Because I can tell you, when Vulture was flying along there, I had so many people asking me, is this guy on Twitter? Because they were hoping that, you know, he was posting some of his bets on Twitter that they could follow. So some phenomenal form there. Looking forward to that. And just yourself, are you hanging around in Joburg for the rugby? Because Hendrik Swart, of course, won the Destination Loftus competition last week. And knowing Hendrik, he's watching here. He is coming on my rugby show straight after this as well. You flying him up from Cape Town with a mate, if I'm not mistaken, to Loftus to watch the big game.
We are. That's what he chose, and fantastic. You know what I mean? We got Kerry from our marketing department arriving tomorrow to give him his shirts and his tickets and everything. And I think he's going to be really excited when he sees where he's sitting in the ground. It's going to be a wonderful experience for the two of them, and congratulations. I mean, it was a really thrilling finish there as well, Brent. Half a point in it, I think. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he was weekend and really enjoys it, and makes a great weekend of it. So good luck to him. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a great achievement. He did really well. It wasn't an easy competition, that one, Brent.
It certainly wasn't. And Douglas Slubbert came with a late run because the last game counted 50% more, and he nailed the score on the nose. But fortunately, Hendrik had nailed it the week before and was within a point. So he really did some excellent predictions there to get his prize. So Hendrik, we know you're going to send some photos. And, I just hope Hendrik doesn't get divorced, Gary, because I heard his wife was kind of expecting to be accompanying him to the game. But the last I heard, she didn't get the nod.
No, I think he's taking a mate, you know what I'm saying? And I think that you hoping that he doesn't get divorced. He's a little bit late. The milk's been spilt. So he'll be looking for fillies in Pretoria on Saturday night as well. If any young girls out there that are looking for a shrewd rugby punter, they know who's going to be floating around. I don't know him or his wife, and I don't think he's been divorced. No,
that's it. I think the wife will let him off on this one. Right, let's go through the specials. Now, bear in mind the last slide that I'll go on will be the one which the guys have to enter now in order to go against you on your cert bet. Yeah. We'll quickly just run through the specials there. We've got South Africa, New Zealand on the handicap. You can get even money. The details of these will go on the Good for the Game website. I won't go through in too much detail now. And you can back Argentina or Australia to win the game and get your stake back as a free bet. Now, guys, it's time to pay a bit of attention, and certainly the likes of the Oracle, who perhaps doesn't have the attention to detail you need for these competitions. I'm going to bring up the next slide and take a look at how you've got to enter. Gary's 18 to 10 certainty is a double. Brighton and West Ham, both teams to score. Liverpool and Manchester City, both teams to score. And that's at 18 to 10. The first three punters to tweet at Brent Graham the price of a Springbok penalty to be the first scoring points on GGGaming with a link to the show and hashtag GGGaming gone mad. Oracle, pay good attention there. The first three guys to get that correct will get a 1,500 Rand free bet on any English Premier League fixture next week if Gary's 18 to 10 double falls short, which, doesn't happen very often, let's face it. But at some stage, Gary, you've got to come short.
Well, that's what I said. You know what I mean? When I get to 10, I'll call it a day. With 3 to go. This is what I fancy. All 4 of those sides would have scored within the first hour. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm quietly confident.
Let's see. Just a shout out to Brendan O'Connell, who's joined us from Dubai at the moment. And thanks for sharing. Brendan says he's watching on the throne in the bathroom. That was a bit more information than we needed to know, I think.
Much more. You know what I'm saying? No, that's ruined my life.
Disturbing. Hey, Gary, thanks very much, man. Tell me just quickly in wrapping up your poker competition. Still some more tournaments to come?
Well, only 10. So we got one tomorrow, 6,000 Rand buy-in. We got a free roll on Sunday as well. And I'll tell you what else I've got, Brent. If guys want to come, I've got for the first time ever a winner car competition. Starts Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. Win a Mercedes, a brand new Mercedes. It's absolutely magnificent. 1,500 Rand to enter. And the winner drives away in a brand new Mercedes A200. World class. Anything they need to know, let them go to queen10.com or shuffleuppoker.com and take it from there.
Is that Saturday night, Gary?
That's Saturday night.
Jeez, I can see someone like Hendrik making his way straight from the ground there and probably winning the car and driving back to Cape Town.
Listen, after what he's got to drink at the ground, I wouldn't like him to drive from Empress Palace to Kempton Park.
I think you'll have to Uber for sure. Hey, Gary, thanks very much for joining me again on the show. Look forward to chatting to you next week. And yeah, I might even catch up with you. I'm going to be down in Cape Town a bit next week, see if we can hook up for a supper or something.
Look forward to it. Cheers, guys. Have a great week. Great punting to all of you.
Excellent. Thanks. That was Gary Lentin from GGGaming.bet. Stay tuned. Our rugby show, The Handicaps, coming up at 9 o'clock. And you can subscribe to the videos just below this. But we'll be back in around about 10 minutes' time to talk rugby handicap betting. Thanks very much for joining us.